Just saying. You know, anyway. Oh, sorry.
Hey, someone's watching. All right.
All right, excellent.
Yay!
Bing, 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 bing.
I'm so happy you're
John!
here.
Number
Hello,
one.
John.
Give the man.
And Fred, hi.
Hey,
good
give
to
the man a
see
prize
you.
and
Okay,
give the man
good.
a
People are
prize.
showing up. Yay, awesome. How is everyone this evening?
How are y'all doing? Marvelous. And thanks for like hopping in fast on these things. You know, we like to start on time. You know.
Okay, here we are on YouTube as
in
well.
The immortal words of Bob Fosse, at least in the movie. Okay, folks, it's showtime.
He says it's showtime, folks.
Showtime, folks.
Yep. Anyway.
After he pops 2 pills and washes it down with, like, you know, a slug of gin. But that's Fosse, you know. And then
we can do that.
And then lights a cigarette, like a 150-mile-long cigarette that lasts for 40 years.
Yay! Okay, wait, I gotta catch up. Hello, Jennifer.
So nice to see you.
And Betty, hi. Julie, good to see you. Marie. Doug, hello. Aloha.
Oh, yeah.
Fred, I get it.
I think
Peter,
we can do something about that.
hello.
Spring has sprung. It certainly doesn't seem like it's today in New York State, or at least where we are.
It's still in the 50s, which I consider spring.
Pretty clammy. I was actually out there in the Florida
rainy,
room
but it's spring.
Today. Had a sweater
Hello,
on. It was cold.
Opera.
But dang it, I really wanted to be out there.
Jennifer's got the pills. You get some of those to Fred.
You know, the thing is, I'll tell you, I've been out there for a few days because the temperature has been more like low 60s with sun, and that room was getting warm. Like really nice kind of warm, like not blasting hot. It was like, but just like, wow, this is totally civil. And you know, it just makes you feel like mixing it tropical.
I wanted to do the, hi Kelly.
Hello?
I wanted to do the tonight's video out there, but with it not being sunny, it's just not warm enough. So
No,
I think Friday's video, which isn't live, I think will come from the tiki room.
Yeah, which
so
could be kind of fun. And
that'd be fun.
You know, we've had, have we already done
Hello, Lisa and Arrow.
a live broadcast?
Ooh, Opera says it's going to be 74 there tomorrow. Yes.
We've not yet done a live broadcast from Tiki Room yet in 2021, have we?
No.
No. That means up and coming. We've been testing it out. You've been hard at work out there.
We've been testing it out. It's been, some stuff shifted out there. Yep. Stuff got moved around.
Quite a few things. You know, every time you look at something changes. And did a lot of work to get it back together after we put the new windows in. And we had to box everything up. And it was
the electricity.
And the electricity, that's true. It was a double whammy. So we got real power out there for once. If you're thinking, well,
fake power.
What were you running on? A couple of car batteries? Well, no, I actually had run a heavy-duty cable from the main room here. But that meant we had a window that essentially wasn't ever completely closed.
Dano, hello.
Kind of a drag.
Clammy, that's okay.
Clammy, that's okay.
That's
right.
good.
Feels kind of cold and slimy. And
Harry, hi.
Oh, I shiver at the thought.
Ooh, upper 50s in San Francisco. Yeah, it's been in the 50s here too. Rainy today, but it's okay because it's in the 50s.
You know, the thing, upper 50s San Fran is just like you're walking around in a sweater saying, it's a Mediterranean climate. Oh, could I have a glass of cab, please? You know?
Ooh.
You walk around in the 50s here, you're like, oh, wow, it's kind of chilly, you know?
Oh, Doug says hard top off the convertible cover coming off the boat. It's spring. I love spring.
I can tell it's spring because like yesterday we went for a walk. I didn't have a chance to do our usual workout because I was really busy at work and something.
Hi, Johnny.
I said, I want to take a walk around the block. And we walked past my neighbor's place. He got the blacktop at the same time we did last fall.
The driveway.
The driveway. You know, I completely resurfaced it. And I was noticing that the side of the house where there used to be a garden, there were a few plants poking through the blacktop.
Which is not okay because he paid for a new driveway.
I know how much he paid because we paid the same. It was not cheap. And I'm like, you've got like what looks like, you know, daffodils poking through.
But he told them to pave over his garden. So I'm not sure what he thought would happen. But
I mean, it wasn't much of a garden. It's about this wide and about the width of the house. It's not a big deal. You know.
John says in New York, the first day of spring actually felt like spring, right?
It kind of did. We kind of did.
Jennifer, hi.
Hello.
Hey.
So glad to see you again.
Yes.
Many people were joining us right now. Also joined us this past Saturday for our big super sugar bomb cartoon fest.
That was fun.
Which was a blast.
Enjoyed that.
It was a lot of fun. As usual, involved some bubbles and a ton of great cartoon talk. People just kept laying down about their favorites. It went on and on and on. And we still have, I was about to like start this broadcast with a bowl of cereal, but I'm kind of full right now. Because we have a ton of cereal left over.
I know.
I mean, you buy like 2 boxes and you're like, I don't eat cereal very regularly. I know I've got a ton of corn pops over there. So,
thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that.
Oh, please. It was.
Oh my God.
People remember these things. I don't think that Saturday morning cartoons have been that way in some time now. So that's a missing thing.
I have no idea.
You know,
I haven't had cable in years.
Saturday morning TV cartoons were a thing starting around 1949 with Crusader Rabbit. And that's way the hell back ancient history. And then, of course, Warner Brothers got out in the action with, well, we're just going to repackage all of our old content. And you had, like, the Bugs and Daffy show for years.
I remember that.
Hanna-Barbera gets on the thing and says, let's do a primetime tune, and bang, the Flintstones. And then there's just, like, this avalanche of stuff that happens. You know, we grew up on this stuff, big fun. The live-action stuff from the Crofts, stuff like the Monkees, it's all together. One big biscuit. But that was Saturday. And today...
That was Saturday.
Today it's springy, and if it doesn't feel so much like it today, I'm okay with it.
I thought it was fine.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's not deadly.
Abra, that's okay. It's still there.
Still interested. If you want to watch the rebroadcast,
we missed you.
You can give it a hit, if we did miss you live. So it's right.
Enough cereal for a Seinfeld themed episode. Could be.
You ever notice
Does haggis count as a breakfast cereal?
You ever notice that you take the chocolate cereal, you put it in the bowl, and you add milk, and it turns into chocolate milk? And I'm thinking, couldn't you just put in, like, puffed rice and add chocolate milk? Why do I have to actually have cereal that's chocolate to begin with? It's actually a really terrible Jerry Seinfeld, but I think I got the routine right. So, it's the shtick.
Yes and yes.
It's the shtick.
So, who else is ready for a cocktail?
I go for some. But you have something on your mind. Fred is.
I do.
Fred's ready. He said
exactly. I know. Well,
I think Jennifer's ready, and then we have a completely different person, Jennifer, who's ready. So yeah, the Jens are ready to go.
All right.
I'm not going to call you Jen unless you want so.
Oh my gosh, no.
No. I
hate it when people call me Kel. So.
Kel, hey Kel, especially if that person doesn't really know you, you're like, you want to be. That's kind of familiar.
Well, it's just I don't know. It sounds stupid. Kel sounds stupid.
Why did you shorten my name?
Yeah.
It's 2 syllables. It was like the story I probably told on there before. A guy I used to work with, who was named Richard, and somebody he didn't really know calls him up. Hey, Richard, do you mind if I call you Dick? He's like, yeah. Yes, I do.
I love that.
I will be Richard, please. Thank you. I'm not even going to say please. I'll be Richard, thank you.
I'll be Richard. So then you call him Richard, thank you.
Richard, thank you. And that's the gag forever afterwards. I swear. People who are that familiar, you think, okay, yeah, what's your motive? Yeah, I got my eye on you already. Bang. What's up with that? So
okay, I haven't named this one yet, but it's a margarita variation, so it might end up being some kind of margarita.
That kind of margarita.
But I'm starting with 2 ounces of tequila. I don't know if I should talk about what we did today.
Up to you. Of course, that sounds mysterious to everybody else here, and they're like, what'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do? We
got our first vaccine.
We've been talking about this for some time.
I've been whining about not being able to get it for so long, and then we got it, the first one.
And it was slightly anticlimactic. No, it was actually great. It was really great. The clinic was it was quickly put together. I mean, which means like we realized this like very last minute. Oh, they're doing a clinic, and we sign up, and we were able to get in. And it was all pro. I mean, there was just all these people just shots. And that was the most painless shot I've ever received. Didn't even feel it. These people are good. So big kudos to Orange County for assembling that and for all the professionals.
Yes, it was the county.
All the med professionals who were giving it because they were just great. So big thumbs.
So that was 2 ounces of tequila and 1/2 ounce blue curacao, and I'm going to do 1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice. Normally you would do lime for a margarita, but this is a variation.
Variations on it.
And I'm going to do 5 dashes of peach bitters.
That sounds about right. Oh, many people are saying enjoyed the brunch. Doug's saying, does haggis count as a breakfast cereal?
I saw that. Haggis
has cereal in it, usually oats, also intestines, lungs, what else would be in there? Thymus gland, whatever you got that's going to go bad. Bake it all together. It sounds so unappetizing, but it's a classic. It can be eaten as such. Hey, some people eat blood pudding for breakfast. Thank you. Only Jen doesn't know me well. Bing. Got it. It's funny. I always think of you as Jennifer. Never Jen.
I know. Well, yeah, Kel.
Tiki room. Love it. Love it. Strawberry quick puffed rice. Oh, yeah. Strawberry quick and vodka? Well, vodka is made from, well, it depends on where
made from strawberry quick?
it from. Vodka is made from anything that will ferment, basically. Which means that you know, if you've got White Dog, it's basically vodka. Although I wouldn't call it that. It's whiskey.
I have extra.
It's made from grain if you are coming from Russia, and if you're coming from Poland, I think it's made from potatoes. There's a big debate about this, but it's pretty clear. If vodka's been made for about the past 1,000 years plus, there's no way that the first vodka was made from potatoes. So.
Okay.
Oh, it's looking good. Carefully.
So this is my yet-to-be-named spring margarita variation. But I put a little robin's egg on it. You could put it in, but then your robin's egg will start disintegrating. So I just thought I would decorate it. You would serve it like this, and then put it down, and then get rid of it.
Eat the egg.
But
Toss. You know,
but a robin's egg looked very springy to me. So
if you put it in there, the shell will start to dissolve. It'll get sweeter. And then suddenly you've got like a bunch of malted milk flavor happening there. And it's not going to incorporate. It's going to dissolve into little chunks and float on the top as if like an oil tanker is just capsized.
Hello, Vincenzo.
And you'll say...
And David. Hi, David.
And I heard this morning on the radio, this day in history, 1989 was the disaster of the Exxon Valdez. So there I am quoting oil tanker capsizing in your drink. I don't say that with any joy. It was a terrible, terrible thing.
The Monkees, yeah. They also the Beatles one. Yeah. I
probably more than once. Because literally at the point,
Gary, and hello, Mitch.
At the point where they start to tour, the Beatles stop touring, and then it's open season.
Good to see you.
Anybody could have outsold the Beatles at that point, and many did. The Stones stopped touring too. Come to think of it.
Oh my gosh!
It got too crazy, is what happened. You know.
Still wait. Yeah. Well, we only became eligible for the vaccine yesterday.
Yeah.
And we made appointments. Yes, Peter, I saw you got yours. We only became eligible yesterday, and then I got on the website to get it from the state, and my appointment was going to be at the end of April, and Paul's was going to be in the middle of May. But our county did it today. So
county executive decided, bang, let's make this happen. Well, I don't know if he did single-handedly. He probably facilitated, put it together. There we go. A lot of people showed up, and they're making it happen, and I think that's good to hear.
David's asking, can you make vodka out of sugar pops?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, you probably could.
It's sugar.
Might be kind of
and grain.
Sugary.
It will ferment.
Never Jenny, ever. You're so not a Jenny. You are not a Jenny.
No. No. Not even 8675309. No.
Yeah, Peter, I feel like by mid-May we'll be good to go.
Works for me.
And there was Altamont.
Oh, yeah, that little earthquake. Yeah. Oh, yeah, seriously. Yeah, there was that little thing. I heard about that. Freeway came down, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yipes.
Julie got her second through her county, too. You know, I think county is the way to go.
If they're making it happen on a local level...
Thank you, Mitch.
Power to you. And frankly, like, whoever is doing them these days, it's like, it's the way to go.
Hello, it's all Jan.
Hey! Oh, geez, yeah. Well, I'm glad you remembered. Awesome.
Every day is Saturday, right?
What's that line? Every day is Saturday to a dog. I'm not calling you a dog. That's just that's a gag.
When you're not working, every day is Saturday. Oh, boy.
When you're not working, you might kick up your heels and go, oh, okay, whatever, you know.
Just today. Wow.
Kind of combine. Very true. Yowza.
Julie got hers just today.
Thirsty.
I know, right? Are you quite thirsty?
I could use a little something.
Okay.
Well, since you've got something,
don't you have a plan?
Which is good. I do have a plan.
I put mine in a smaller glass so that I could do my little anticlimactic robin's egg thing. So I have extra.
You've got bonus. You've got the sidecar. A little bit there. It's not a sidecar. You get the sidecar.
Errol got his first shot a week ago. He says he's observed enough guinea pigs to assume it's safe.
I've seen this happen.
Oh, Jennifer says I had my fill of being called Jenny. I worked at Bubba Gump Shrink Company, and that was enough for me. Oh, I bet.
Hi, Jenny. How you doing, Jenny?
Oh, my gosh. I can't even imagine.
Well.
I know. Well, I thought the same thing, too. I was whining on Saturday, like,
check it out.
I don't know, when are we going to be eligible, and blah, blah, blah. And suddenly, by Wednesday we have a dose. So it will probably happen very quickly when it happens.
This is the kicker. I think that this has not been available in general for a long time, but then doses are coming up, and many of the frontline people are done. They've already been inoculated.
And Shinzo, we don't have any Cold Duck or Red Bull.
Oh!
Or any Johnny Walker Blue,
Jaeger.
actually.
We do have a bottle of Jaeger in there somewhere. We don't have Johnny Walker Blue.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, that's the top one of the stuff. I'm not sure.
All right, so what are you making?
Okay, gonna make something called a daisy, which I think is a daisy.
This is a classic.
The daisy is actually a category of drinks, but I like the way that this one was laid out, and I believe it does what a daisy does.
It does what a daisy does.
What a daisy does. You know, daisies were a whole category the way that you also used to hear about things called crusta. That doesn't sound so appealing, but it's just the way the drink looks. And sour. And sour was a whole category of drink. You still hear about sour, whiskey sour, gin sour, you know, that kind of thing.
Flips.
A flip involves an egg. If you have
a fizz,
that kind of thing. And Collinses. There were a whole line about Collinses. Today, you certainly know about Tom, but there's also John Collins, and etc. goes down the line. And a tequila
stills are expensive,
but they're easy variations on things. Stamping. And like whiskey sour is one thing, but if you do the same thing with tequila, you basically got a margarita. So that's it. You know, no big deal. So it starts with 2 ounces of tequila.
Oh wow, another tequila drink.
Another tequila drink. Boy, we're working it today. We happen to be using Cazadores, a highly reputable brand. I was just looking at this bottle. This is coming from Los Altos. Altos is another reputable brand, so they're making a couple of good things here. It's really nice reposado. All blue agave, the way it should be.
That's right.
Yep. And?
Yes, look for 100% agave or 100% blue agave on your tequila bottles.
Because if it's not, you're getting a blend, and what is it blended with?
Who knows?
It's blended with like the grain alcohol, so it's just been cut.
Who knows?
You don't want it cut. You want the thing straight up. Just like the whiskey. And
yes, there is John Collins. Can you make an Amelia Earhart? I don't know. We would have to look it up.
Well, let's see. I got the book here that has everything. And if I don't find it, why don't you listen to it?
Vincenzo says Tom Collins was my grandpa's drink. Yeah, well, Tom Collins is good.
It's a tall one. And you can nurse it for a while.
Bill says we get our COVID shots on Friday. Awesome.
Hello. Glad to hear it. I do not have pneumonia.
Mitch, we like a little bit of notice when people come over, but
a little wouldn't hurt.
As soon as we get our second shot in us, we'll be open for business again.
Bar spoons, please.
How many do you need?
Just one.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
There's probably a measure to this. This says 2 teaspoons worth of grenadine.
I did want a teaspoon over.
Well, that's for like measuring sugar and stuff, so I'm going to go with...
I'm using it for my other drink.
Well, then you use that, and I'll use this.
Okay, so what are you doing?
2 teaspoons grenadine.
Okay, that's a lot of grenadine.
Yeah, ultimately, that's about a 1/4 ounce.
Okay.
So you can note that. And 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Which one is lemon?
That one.
That. Okay.
That one.
That. Very good. So 2 teas on that. So that's like another 1/4 ounce.
Okay.
So far, this is balanced pretty nicely, I think.
So far, this seems a lot like... Well, no, never mind.
Yeah. No.
Don't listen to me.
No. And it also says 2 teaspoons of club soda. And then it says shake well. Don't ever shake club soda.
Perry, that's a great idea. Oh, thank you, Vincenzo. That's sweet. Hi, Amy.
I have noted, particularly the hotel bar type of thing. Not the hotel bar, the function bar. By which I mean you're seeing a play, like a Broadway show. And That's
a great idea, Perry, by the way.
And it's intermission, and you go down to the bar. What do they got? They have 1,000 things, but it's not like they can mix you something really complicated, and you have 15 minutes.
Actually, the last Broadway show we saw had customized cocktails for the show.
This is true. That was actually well done. But if you're facing one of these, or if you have some event and they have all these things and a couple of mixers, and you're like, they don't even have vermouth, they can't make a martini, what the hell can they do? They do have cava, they do have lemon peels and lemon sections, and they do have the hard stuff. So... what's your base? How about an ounce of gin in a flute, squeeze in like a section of that lemon, and then top with the bubbles, bang, instant French 75. If they got bitters, Add a dash, you're ready to go. I'm going to give this a bit of a stir. And I'm going to shake it up.
I like now that the Broadway theaters have the sippy cups that you can get your drink and take it in with you.
Take it in. There we go.
So it's just those three ingredients?
That's it.
Oh,
well,
okay.
actually, no, one more. There's also, it says 2 teaspoons of club soda. I'm not going to measure club soda.
With a teaspoon?
I'm going to dash that in.
Okay.
And essentially, I'm going to look at that like, they also said to put that in the shaker. Don't do that. It's going to mess up your
all
bubbles.
these recipes that like want you to blend your club soda.
Okay, so there goes the fizz. You might as well just add water. So I'm going to pour that into this fine-looking cocktail glass here. Essentially, I would call that done, but I'm going to follow the formula. I'll make a little room first.
Okay.
And add a little club on top of it, which will lighten it up a little.
I think this will be good.
Now, I don't know if this is a classic Daisy formula, but it is calling itself a Daisy.
I don't remember.
If I'm not mistaken, the term margarita in Spanish means Daisy. So there we go.
Okay.
Not a margarita, but it's a tasty little thing. Try that.
I think I will.
I don't mind if I do.
I was already reaching for it.
I know.
Oh, that's good.
You're authorized, being the host.
That is good. I'm enjoying that.
The co-host.
Very fresh.
So, that's it. And
Bill got the book, Tropical Cocktails. Nice.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a good idea. We obviously enough have a number of cocktails.
It says I can't even mix chocolate milk, let alone what you guys are mixing.
Well,
well, you'll come over someday.
If you have one of those Hamilton Beach things with this thing, chocolate milk, bang.
That's true.
2 spoons of Velveteen. Yep, good idea. This is what I use to make the Mai Tais, by the way, because I'm just aping Trader Vic's, because they got one of these. We have a bunch of these behind the bar. And when you see them and they're making
the Mai Tai
and they're
has
making
those
like
too.
10 at a time, it's just like cha 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 cha. Mixer, 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 mixer. Bang, 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 bang. And then it's just like buzz, 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 like 4 seconds each. Suddenly you have 10 Mai Tais. Those guys are brilliant.
John is asking, do you guys have a test kitchen session before you broadcast? No.
Wish we did.
I wish we had time for that.
From time to time, I really wish we did.
Oh,
Usually
Aubrey just got the
just
book
wing it.
too. Good for you.
Excellent. Okay, so that's happening. That's happening.
Yeah.
I am glad to see Hip Hip Hula
I was going to say,
working
we know
that
her.
angle because obviously, and wasn't she behind, what was it, what was the website that had, was it the mugs?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Or was it the locations?
No, she's a mixologist.
She was the mix. Okay.
Yep.
So good. I'm glad to hear the mix masters out there
Yes.
laying it down.
Exactly.
Because you know she's going to have something like very, very excellent, good advice.
It'll be high quality.
Good general advice to you all because she's been doing this forever. And you know she's going to have something really unique in there. And I like to see what they all say. I mean, we got books by Dale DeGraw, who's been
yes, Mitch,
one
you
of
do need
the
that
pioneers
book.
of the contemporary movement. But then I was reading the Martin Kate book the other day, and it's just there's good stories, you know.
Yeah, the Smuggler's Cove book.
The Smuggler's Cove
for those of you who.
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
And just well done. And we've actually met Martin at events, and he's just a very personable guy, you know.
Oh yeah.
I think he's for the work he's been doing in the restaurateur business, he's actually very low key, and that's not always the case. So that's great to say.
Exactly. Well, I have to say that most of the bar owners we've met over the years have been very cool. I don't think we've met anyone who's been a total jerk.
No, I think they enjoy what they do.
I think so too.
And obviously, he's worked at a number of locations. He was obviously instrumental in the early stages of the Forbidden Island. They decided to go on his own and do another restaurant concept, and that's Smugglers. And it's like that space is just astonishing. That the footprint is really pretty small when you look at it. And then you go inside and you're like, how does this all work in here? Well, he's in California. So I think he can call in a lot of Imagineer types, if you know what I mean, and say, yeah, I want to do this. And they just rig it. And it's just really cool. And it's 3 levels, so it just keeps going, you know?
Oh, so John is saying,
cool.
So you guys are guessing what ingredients might work together? Or are these variations on classic themes? Both.
Yes.
Both. I mean, we found some classics to try this evening in these old books This will be my next one.
My answer to those two questions is yes. Yeah, I think we're doing both simultaneously.
Oh, Perry says Martin remembers my name. Oh,
isn't that so great?
He's good that way.
When we were, I think we were out there in 2013. Wasn't it when we came back from the first time we did Oasis? Mm-hmm. And we hit San Francisco, and we had gotten in touch with him like, we'd like to stop by. Oh yeah, let's stop by tonight. We get in, he's there, and he's like, hey, let me show you the tour. We invited our friends along, and so he takes us all on the Royal Tour. This was like,
our friends were so impressed.
This was so cool, you know?
Yeah, that was really nice.
He really took care of us.
Night, Mitch.
Hey, see ya. Back to work.
I get it. I totally get it.
I know. I'm actually going to check my mail after this just to see if something in process is really happening.
Yes, Doug, we got interrupted. But yeah, classic ratios on a good palate. I mean, I know I love a margarita, so this was not going to go south. I have made cocktails live that have gone south. But
it has happened.
It has happened.
I'm not going to mention it, but I bet in 4, 3, 2, 1, something.
Harry, I remember at Tiki Oasis. Yes. I remember meeting you there.
Yes. I remember just, we saw you too.
I remember you came out when we were in San Francisco.
Also true.
Yeah.
Also true. You know, I just remember it being an impromptu thing, honestly. And I said, hey, you want to go to dinner? This is our friends.
That was so fun.
This is our friends are made, honestly. And I remember the location, Albi's. Very cool old school joint. And unfortunately gone. Oh, man, it hurts you when that kind of stuff goes, you know. A couple of joints that we've been to in San Diego are by the wayside, which is a real shame. It's a good thing you have memories.
Oh, Amy says just got the minimalist tiki book. Awesome.
Ah, very good. Interesting. Good stuff. Well, anyway, so I'm enjoying this little thing. And in terms of the whole question, the question about, like, if you wing it, how do you do it? There are some essential formulas that always work, and we usually start there and go. And then sometimes I really go out on a bit of a limb and say, I think this will work. And most of the time that happens. If you choose an odd ingredient, then you don't know. And then, of course, I will take a look at a book, and I'll say, let's see, page 248, and you look at it and you're like, good God, there's no way that can work. But so you don't have to try it, I do. And then I tried it and it's terrible. So I'm like, yeah, I know. I knew.
Doug says, Tinseltini first to post.
Give the man a prize.
That was so terrible.
I swear.
That was bad.
One of these days, I guess we got to scare up what the hell that was. So if anybody's like, yeah, I'd like to try that, how bad could that be?
Bad.
We can demonstrate how bad they could be.
Bad.
And there's always the factor that Tinseltini version 2 was good. Nobody remembers that part. No.
Oh my God. Well, I hope all these events happen this year.
Yeah, crossing those fingers.
Barbara's saying Tiki Oasis, she had tickets, but it got canceled due to COVID.
Yeah. Like the rest. I
hope these events happen this year.
It's a shame and a half. Like,
on wood.
It really was like tumbling dice. They really started to crumble, really starting in April, and they just went downhill from there. And
John, yes, exactly like baking.
Yeah. It's very much. Although I will say this, baking is a little more chemistry dependent. Like if you get the acid and the alkaline balance wrong, your bread doesn't rise.
Right.
So this is why like Irish soda bread, which doesn't involve any leavening, still involves an acid and an alkaline, and they react, and that's how you get the fizz that makes the bread go up.
Science.
For science. So.
Yes, Lou, we'll be there. We'll be there, Aura.
It is.
And I've already decided that no matter what happens with New York State, I will be in Lake George the weekend of Ohana. Whatever happens.
I will say this.
I'm having a vacation.
For full disclosure, because I work in the legal department, nobody will know what happens until it does. And if we find out later that there's a problem.
I'm still going to Lake George the weekend of Ohana.
Many will be disappointed, but we will still have a hotel room booked. And we're going to go take advantage of that. And by then, we'll be fully shut up and we'll be taking precautions. So yes. The simple fact is, after I've had a shot, I think I'll have a shot. And something will be happening if it's not the official kind of thing. And that's all I'll say in that thing. Otherwise, the thing's going to go down. That's what I'm going to say.
Yes, variations on brownies. Exactly, so. John.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah, forever. And there's some really classic things like you add a teaspoonful of espresso powder.
Hi, Jack, and hello,
that's a
Josh.
Great deployment. Yay! Hey!
Okay, so I'm sipping on an as yet to be named margarita variation that's almost gone.
Thingy.
It's a spring margarita variation.
It's got that bright color because the flowers start to come up.
2 ounces of tequila, a ½ ounce blue curacao, ½ ounce fresh lemon juice, 5 dashes of peach bitters. And Paul has a daisy, which was, I'm going to do this from memory.
I know you can.
2 ounces of tequila. This is a classic. Classic. 2 teaspoons grenadine, 2 teaspoons fresh lemon juice.
Shake, strain.
Oh, top with
a splash of club soda.
Yep.
Bang.
I got it.
And you did. Absolutely. The club soda is not critical to this drink, but it lightens it up a little, and it's okay. It's a good idea.
Oh, I can't wait either.
Oh, I'm telling you.
You know, I love my house, but I am so ready for a vacation. So ready for a vacation.
I'm actually checking a classic formula for a gin daisy. Because a daisy was a whole category of drinks.
Ooh, and we have a nice gin.
And we have
a nice springy gin.
And what made a daisy back in the day was a shot of the gin, some lemon juice, it says 2 teaspoons, and then raspberry syrup.
Abra, get on the waiting list.
Yes.
Get on the waiting list. People get in on the waiting list, so get on the waiting list.
Yeah. You got to do that because people will cancel.
Perry, amen. I can't wait to see people.
Seriously. People will cancel because life happens. And people will cancel on their hotel rooms because life happens.
Yes.
So get on the list for the hotel and book somewhere.
I've already heard about one couple who couldn't come the weekend in September. So get on the waiting list. Seriously.
Yeah, it's a real shame. But those tickets will not go by the wayside.
Yeah.
That goes back into, Solly will ask about that.
Exactly. Doug says waiting list is still open.
They take charge of it and they just, they go to the list and just start offering them. So somebody will get the tickets. It will sell out because it already has.
Thank you.
Oh, waiter, will you take care of that?
I want to remove that. Thank you.
So what you would do for a classic daisy is take your base, add the lemon juice, assemble this in like a Collins glass. Your base, lemon juice, raspberry syrup, and over ice, top with club soda, and mint sprigs. That's a daisy. So this is actually very close.
Our mint isn't coming in yet. It's spring, but it's not that spring.
Mint's a little dried and dead. We have it in a pot.
It comes back. Yes, Abra, get on the waiting list. Seriously.
Please. Just do. If you want to get on the list for the actual event hotel, like on site, you should do that. And the advisement is, or the advice, talking on my ass. The advice is to actually book a hotel in Lake George elsewise so that you have a hotel.
We're all on Abra. Get on the waiting list.
We gotta do it. Okay, everybody, pile on Abra.
No, don't pile on Abra. She's had enough.
She got it. She got it.
I think she got it.
I think she figured it out. But yeah, make get on the waiting list for the event hotel if you want to be there. If you really don't care, then there's all sorts of cool hotels that are within walking distance.
Yes, Josh, you are right.
Stagger distance, yeah. Bang, seriously.
So I have a quote unquote classic to try. I say classic in quotes because it's from a vintage bar guide, but this one did not survive the ages, but we're gonna try it anyway. So this book, this little gem, is Bar Guide. Published by True, the men's magazine. And lest you think True, the men's magazine was like
that kind of magazine?
No. They published like tales of rugged adventure.
Tales with such twitch names as Weasels Rip My Flesh.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff.
So this is 1950.
And you can tell, if you see the cover there, you got a cartoon that looks awfully familiar to some of you folks. That, of course, is Vip. Vip was Virgil Parch, related to Harry Parch, the musician, believe it or not, yeah.
Oh, Josh, I know what you meant.
Seriously, we got you, totally. Vip actually did a bunch of cartoon books back in the day. He's pretty funny and pretty sadistic. And
Joe's here. Hi, Joe.
Hey.
Aw.
I do too.
Joe, I hope you're on the list or coming.
Yeah, make it happen, my friend.
Gosh.
Personally, you were there the very first, and you've been there many of these. I consider you an essential part of the whole proceedings.
Yes, definitely get a hotel reservation. Doug is right.
Yeah.
I got to go back. Yeah, definitely. Joe, I hope you're going or on the list or whatever.
Now, the thing about
Amy's saying it was so cold you could see her breath at night. It was. I was wearing a coat at night. So. be prepared for any eventuality.
By the same token, I think it was 2015 that we had that boat tour that was blasting hot. And we were there, and I was in a wool jacket, and you were in a wool dress. We're like, and the next day at night it's about 40 degrees. Wow, that blew right off. So it's the lake.
It's the lake.
And that was June. So you never know. You never know. I think September should be just lovely. Honestly.
I'll be there no matter what.
We're gonna light a fire. Look, I have a grill. I will just light it up and like throw some spam on.
Us and our grill and our old man beer cooler will be there.
Ka-ching! If you think that OMBC 2021 is
not
Joe's
on the waiting list.
Thank you again.
Good, I'm glad.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
You know, you never know.
You never know.
All right, so I'm going to make something from Bar Guide, published by True, the men's magazine.
Would you like me to read this off?
Sure.
Let's see. 1 part yellow chartreuse. No, you're not doing that.
No.
Oh, that looks horrible.
No, I'm not making that one.
No.
I'm not making the horrible look.
I'm not going to do that.
See, we can look at this and say, that's going to be horrible.
And if you'd like me to do it, I'm not so sure about that.
Which one of these is the half ounce?
The smallest one. That's actually 3/4, 1 1/4.
Okay.
Right here. This guy.
Oh, okay.
Half C, right on top of it.
All right.
So you're going for the...
This is the white lily.
White lily.
That sounded spring-like. I don't know when lilies actually come in, but...
Well, they come in eventually.
The boat tour that ran out of spirits, yeah.
Oh, this is so true. I'm sorry, we have no rum.
Oh, John says, my Uncle Jack and Mary Ann vacation in Lake George every summer. Oh, I love that.
Uncle Jack and Mary Ann.
Hi, Louis. Good to see you.
Yeah. That's not mine.
I have a Playboy bar guide. Errol's mom found it, and he immediately threw it under the bus. There's a review under the bus telling his mom, that's not mine.
Not mine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's only because every other page of the Playboy's bar guide has boobs, right? No, it doesn't. It's got drinks. It's a lifestyle section. That's actually a good guide.
Okay, so this is what, a half ounce of...
No, 3. Half ounce of a light rum. Light rum, white rum, clear rum.
White lily.
Mm-hmm. And that's potentially what makes this the white lily, is the white rum.
I don't know, though. I don't think it's going to be white when we're done with it.
Probably not.
Let's see.
Might be.
Might be. Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's also a fairly small drink, too, which means one of the shorter glasses would be apropos.
Yep.
Okay. Half ounce of the Cointreau, or we're using...
I'm using dry Curacao.
Dry Curacao.
I don't have Cointreau.
The Foran Dry Curacao is a highly recommended product if you're not familiar with it by now.
Half ounce, you said, right? Okay.
And if you are, you're already using it. So there we go. Oh, the boat tour. Yeah, they didn't understand their clientele. So true. Like so many of these things. Well, really, it's like the first year
exactly,
Ohana, 2009 Ohana, where the event site, the hotel, didn't quite understand what was about to happen.
And, I will give it to Sully. He does try to tell, like on the Northeast Tiki Tour, he tried to explain to these restaurants what was about to happen, and they're like, yeah.
Whatever.
And then the bus would show up, and they'd go nuts.
150 people descend upon the place, and they're like, we have 2 waitresses,
Exactly.
Oh, one of them just quit. We have 1 waitress.
Oh, yeah, I remember during one of the Northeast Tiki Tours, one of the waitresses quit mid-shift. That was fun.
Hilarious.
Anyway.
That was the dearly departed New Tiki, which really got its stuff together within a year, and something was great, and then their lease got pulled. Too bad. Happens. Damn it.
Hold on.
Please.
I gotta write this down, otherwise I'll forget.
I know. Then you have to go back and watch this again tomorrow.
I lived it. I don't have to watch it.
I was there.
I don't feel like watching it.
Why am I watching this?
Anyway. Okay. This was a half ounce so far of light rum and a half ounce of
Curacao.
Dry Curacao. It's already not white. Okay.
Half ounce of gin.
Okay, so I'm using the Dorothy Parker Rose
Petal. Yeah.
It says rose petal flavored gin.
Yeah.
It's from New York Distilling. It's a nice product.
It's a really high quality gin to begin with.
Half ounce?
They infuse half ounce. And then they infuse the rose flavor into it.
I'm
sure they just threw some fresh rose petals in and bang.
That also seemed spring/summery to me.
The flowers. Okay. Flowers come in. And rose is a pretty fun flavor to work with. It's usually quite potent and floral.
So this is not going to taste like the traditional white lily. We've already varied it up. Okay.
Yep. And then finally, 1 dash of Pernod.
Oh, that's here. Oh, I can already tell this is going to need some citrus.
Probably.
But you know what? I'll try it.
Try it straight up and see where it goes.
I'll try it and probably end up adding citrus.
A lot of the classics don't have the citrus. And if it's one thing, it was a martini.
Well, if it's a martini,
2 ingredients.
Manhattan.
2 ingredients.
I'm okay with that.
But so far, you've got 1 ounce of the clear spirits and a 1/2 ounce of orange, so it's going to be a little on the sweet side. And then you added the Pernod, so you've got the anise flavor happening there. Also some sweet. So,
which, not going to lie, it's not my favorite flavor, but we'll see.
The white lily. So shake with ice.
All right.
And probably you want one of the really small glasses for proportion.
I think I got one.
There we go.
All right. Let's try this. Oh, it is kind of white. Well, no.
Oh, off-white.
Beige.
Beige. It's beige.
It's grayish. It's actually pretty good. It's a little sweet for me. I think I'm going to add some citrus, but...
Good quote here. Playboy bar book. No boobs. Booze. Booze, not boobs. Booze between the boobs. The Playboy magazine itself, of course, usually had drink recipes.
I'm trying to perfect how Samantha Stevens would travel to get to Oklahoma. I'm going to add a little lemon juice.
On a broomstick, of course.
This is not... I'm off the traditional recipe now, but...
Yeah. Doug is understating things, and Joe's nailing it shut. Bands all weekend. And then there are DJs various places. And sometimes you see DJs in room crawls. Might resemble that myself.
Pardon me. I have to sneeze. Nope. Passed.
The best. Have you tried this yet?
I tried it, and it was a little sweet for me, so I added some lemon.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Let's see.
Peter's going to be in Lake George. Yes!
Yeah, good.
You want to take the challenge, my man? I will lay down the challenge. It's the Old Man Beer Challenge. Yeah. Very much like that Pepsi thing from 40 years ago. And it works the same way. And if you can tell however many you can out of the group, you get a prize. Actually,
you could always just come to our house to take the Old Man Beer Challenge.
You can do that.
Peter.
We can try that. We still have some Natty Bow there from a while ago that will work.
Oh my gosh, we do?
Fine. It's true.
Oh, Josh is asking, do we have a recipe for orgeat? Yes. Yes, Paul makes orgeat.
Yeah, we do all the time. We can drop that on you pretty easily.
I'll put it in the message board. What do they call it on YouTube? What do they call it? Let me find it.
What is the thing? Yeah,
I gotta find what they call the thing.
We can just drop it right below this broadcast after we're done, and you can take a look.
Well, I'll put it in the.
It's really simple.
There's like a chat. I just don't remember what they call it.
There are some reputable brands out there. Some of them have been on the market for a long time.
The community.
And
I'll drop it there.
As far as brands I've tried that I would actually recommend, Tirani, which makes the coffee syrups. You will find that in your coffee shops and whatnot. Sometimes your coffee shops actually have them lined up and is selling them. I think that their orgeat is very good.
If we could get Olympia at Perry, we would be all about having that in the Old Man Beer Cooler.
Please.
The Old Man Beer Challenge is a hoot.
That's a classic that deserves to be there. And at this point, we've actually done the classic American beers, the classic Mexican beers south of the border, the classic Canadian beers, hey, north of the border, eh? And we're doing a mix of everything. And the last time around, it was a real potpourri. And the amazing thing was the number of people who have taken this challenge for years who just came up, just belly up to the bar, and they're like, hit me. And they're like, bang, bang, bang. People who got like 1 out of 4. 0 out of 4. Former champions were like so pissed off that they didn't get enough beers.
Joe says, not a broomstick, Paul. Blink and I'm there. Well, or twitch your nose. That's what I was thinking.
Twinkle, blink. True.
It's really hard to beat Michelle in the Old Man Beer Challenge. True story.
She's a world champion.
Yes, the men in gray suits did play our crawl room one time.
They did, in fact.
The safeguard. Oh,
there's a whole story behind that I will be glad to tell people at some point. It's a lot of fun. And they were great. They were just accommodating. And I remember they wanted to play the room, and I said, all right, could you play 2 songs? And I named the songs, which are not particularly well-known surf tunes, and they scared them up and bang. Did the job.
They did great.
They were fantastic. A lot of fun. Big lot of fun.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact. And they were playing our guitars. Hello. That's part of the story. Yeah,
because anyway. It's a story.
It's a story. It's a story. That's the way
it's a border crossing story.
Border crossing story. You can probably figure out the rest. That's that for that, folks. That was actually good.
That was really fun.
That was good.
Oh.
Nice little sour.
It's All Jan says, found chocolate bitters at a local liquor store. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I love me some chocolate bitters.
So, Josh, the other thing about orgeat, by now, if you go back about 10, 15 years, it was very hard to find anything called orgeat. And if you found it, it might not be that great. By now, there are some reputable smaller brands out there. I'm trying to think of like BG Reynolds has an orgeat out there that is worth trying. I can't say from personal experience, but they make really high quality syrups. So that's worth it.
Yeah.
You might have to look around. If you're like, I'd really just like to be able to go to a store and pick this up, that can be tough. Some of the commercial brands.
We're going to drop the recipe, so don't even worry about it.
It is so easy to make. And all you really need is a really high quality almond extract, and honestly, even just from the spice aisle, natural almond extract will do the job.
There are people who will tell you have to like boil almonds and stuff, and like,
please,
who has time for that?
If that's the way they did it,
I don't have time for that.
In the 17th century, good thing it's the 21st, you know. So away we go. Can we? I mean, please. It's really easy, and I think that the stuff that you make with the extract is it's a better product for the purpose because it's clear and it's ready to go. You know, it's really easy. It's simple. It's really simple. And you're like, well, what am I going to use that in? Well, obviously you're going to use it in Mai Tai, and that's great. That's great. There's a few other places where you use
Royal
orgeat.
Hawaiian?
Royal Hawaiian
uses
this
orgeat?
Is the second thing I can think of that uses the orgeat.
Yep.
Very simple drink, and you know, if you're like hitting the bar at a party. I mean, if you're manning the bar at a party, and I do that because I get bored at parties, right? And people are just like, well, what can you make me? And you whip out Royal Hawaiian and never heard of it. They're just like, this is my favorite thing all night. You know, simple and good.
Although he ends up behind the bar at a party, and then he is behind that bar all night because people will not let him leave. It's like he's an employee.
You know, sometimes I just walk away and say, yeah, you're on your own. You know, sorry, man. But you got to.
But then people do jump back there and start making their own drinks,
they do.
I will say.
They do. You know, it's like those parties where people just put out a bunch of bottles and say, go to town. You know what to do. You know what to do.
Beach. I want to go to the beach.
I know.
Yeah.
Brigantine Beach. That sounds like it's right there on the shore.
Oh my gosh. Were you listening to Ninth Wave today?
No. I was listening to the Black Flamingos.
Okay. I had a brain
had some surf on my brain. The other day I started out with the Cocktail Preachers, and then the next day I said, well, who else do we have? So I'm just digging around on Spotify and like, Spotniks. So bang, Swedish surf group 60s, bang. Made my way through them. Those guys sound a hell of a lot like the Shadows. Very cool. And then today I'm just looking and like what comes up with the Flamingos. I'm like, yeah, give me some Black Flamingos. So I think it was their second album. Heard all of that. A lot of fun. Stack of Ninth Wave CDs. Point Judith. Now you're rocking.
Exactly. Well, that's why I brought it up. I thought you were listening to Ninth Wave.
No. Let me find a glass.
It was through a wall. That's why I couldn't tell.
No. All those people that say all the surf groups sound alike, not true.
No.
You can tell them apart.
Maybe not. I mean, I might have some trouble through a wall, but...
I can frequently tell them by specific features of the things that they play.
John says, Kelly, you haven't seen Paul at game day at McDonald's. No.
We have a lot of fun with that.
I bet.
The fact is, at this point, people are kind of anticipating, like, are you mixing? I'm like, are you drinking? You know? I'm going to lighten this up.
I always tell him, look, if you want to spend the night, if you want to drink and stay.
I've done it.
Go for it.
I've done it. I'm going to lighten this up entirely by making a mocktail. This is one of the simplest damn things you can do.
Oh, you're making a mocktail.
Hey, what do you know? Syrups. I happen to have Fees Falernum, which I think is a very reputable product. I'm going to add a really large splash of that.
Lisa says, ice. I know we sound like a broken record, but I love the clams. Oh, okay, Dano, I hope you're still watching.
Yeah, please, yeah. They were fun.
I love the clams. We would love to have the clams back. Let's all get vaccinated.
That is any time. When we couldn't get vaccinated, everybody played it safe.
Let's all get vaccinated
in our little
so we can have the clams
stage in the backyard, and they played and I grilled, and that was a lot of fun.
I know.
A lot of fun. And if you could hand me a straw, If I get the lid back on this, that'd be good. And boom. So like this was just a big splash of falernum over ice seltzer. This is a mocktail. The falernum is the non-alcoholic type. If you happen to have the Velvet, this would work too. It would have booze.
It might want some citrus.
Try that out. This should be pretty sweet. It might. Certainly a bit of peel would not be a bad idea.
I think it would just give it another note, but...
Yeah, because it has a very strong lime component.
It's good. It's really good.
There. It's a sweet thing. It's like a soda. So I'm going to grab a lime peel. I think the bitterness of the lime peel is a good idea. Try to get a little bit of juice out of that. A little bit of oil, anyway.
Give that a stir. In my game days. Aww.
Try it again and see if I need to add some lime juice.
It's really good. You might not want to mess with it.
Just a little. Actually, a squeeze.
On the other hand, you might want to mess with it.
Hey, we experiment here to see how things go. Souring this up a little bit is not a bad
Amy, I'm sure you will be soon because we weren't on Saturday, and then it just all changed very quickly. So
really, literally within about 36 hours, it went. From, you have to be 65 and over. So like Sid doing his lawn over there. I got my shot.
That was perfect now.
Yep, bang, even it right up. It just went from there on down, and suddenly like everybody. What is it? I think
young.
50 and up can do this, and it's going to continue because more doses are coming in. So I would say that your location will also fill in.
It will, and I wasn't even sure whether or not I should mention it because I don't want to be one of those people who's like, "Yay, I got the vaccine!" And
Yep.
But I thought I would mention it because on Saturday I was whining because we couldn't get the vaccine. Wait, so how much falernum was that?
That was a generous splash. If you wanted to call that a half an ounce, that's fine. You know? It's probably the amount that most of these guides would tell you, although some of them might say an ounce. That's kind of a lot.
Okay.
That's enough to make this like a sweet soda. And then you start tarting it up. I would say the peel is a good idea, and the juice is a good idea. If you simply want to grab a section, squeeze it, and toss it in, make it like a Collins. That's perfectly fine. Pretty easy. And, you got yourself a tall one. There you go. Tom Collins, hello, trying it.
I was pretty whiny the other day, I admit it.
A little butthurt. But you know
Messed up state. Oh. I think John's comment. One time I saw Paula out the window. Paula arriving and parking in the driveway. I went back to my game, and 20 minutes later, I was like, "Wait, where's Paul?"
Yeah, good question.
I believe that.
Where was he anyway?
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, well, we do daring things here. This is why we try this. I mean, this is why I will try completely hideous-looking drinks.
He broken out the electric grill and was barbecuing Spam sliders before he said hi to anyone.
Hey, truth be told, that was gas. But same difference. Same difference. I had to get the Spam going first, That's the thing. You got to show up with the sliders all ready to go. And I tell you, those are awesome. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is I do. I guess I had the magic, but they're great. People appreciate them wherever they are.
Spam is much better on the grill. Let's put it that way.
It's fully cooked. You can eat it out of the can, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. Good. Okay, so this is going to sound like a non sequitur, but it's not. I bought a can of Spam the other day that I'd never seen. I was like, "Oh, we have to try that," which led me to think of something else we haven't tried that we just bought today.
Saw it when we were picking up certain provisions at the local cider mill.
From our local farm store. Mm-hmm. We went back to the farm store because I'm suddenly scared to go to the supermarket again because I was in a really good mood. I had a good audition and I got my vaccine. And then I went to the supermarket and all of these people without masks. I was freaking out. Oh, Amy's asking, has the Spam shortage been resolved? You don't
know about that?
No.
I think it is. We are actually able to access the product.
Well, they only had the kind with cheese, which is what I bought.
But I think that, what I'm trying to say. Variations are limited. That's what the hell I'm trying to say. You can't find the same amount that you usually do. And if your store is usually stocked with 5 or 6 varieties, it might be way down. That's very true. So...
Oh, Dana was saying, yes, please. We would love to have the clam back. Okay, so we bought this. I went to the farm store because the supermarket scared me because of all these maskless people. But we went to the farm store and they had something called moonshine jelly. I was like,
so you just grab that no matter what.
And it apparently has moonshine in it.
That's what it says.
It smells like chemicals. How would velvet falernum work? You can use velvet falernum. Sure. Yeah.
I think that would be fine.
It tastes different. Well, it's not the same, but you could certainly interchange it.
The velvet flavor profile is a little more heavily balanced towards clove, in my opinion. And, of course, it has an alcohol base. So if you're trying to make mocktails, that doesn't work. But if you don't care about that, and if you're not trying to make a mocktail, that would work just fine. And it's pretty light. It's like,
right, yeah, it has alcohol in it.
The alcohol in it is something like 10%. It's pretty small.
Okay, so we're going to try moonshine jelly.
Moonshine.
From our local farm store. Soon's.
Which gives us a cider, which I might just switch to after this for a drink or so.
Crystal clear.
It's very clear. I'm not getting any aroma off this.
Oh, see, it smells like chemicals to me, but...
Okay. I'm going to find out.
All right.
And if it's literally booze jam, shouldn't that be like Jell-O shots?
It does say it has moonshine in it.
Is that it?
All right.
Have we moved on to Jell-O shots on this show? Jeez. I thought this was a classy joint.
Good. It doesn't taste like moonshine, thankfully.
No. Very lightly citrus flavored. If there's booze in that, it's pretty low. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a preservative, which is not a bad idea. Good. I like it. We've had that brand of jam before.
Oh, John's asking, what does the preparation involve? Grilling, brining? Nope.
No, grilling. That's all it is.
Canning ham. I think he's talking to Doug. Okay, I was going to say Spam. Yeah.
Canning on pork shoulder. Oh, yeah, that's a different thing. Yep.
Well, that was good.
That's very good. Well, I'm also reminded of people who make their own gravlax, and that is literally like salt and sugar rub on top of the raw fish, and you just let it sit. Bang, you got lox.
We just have to make sure we put it away after this because now it's open.
Now it's open. Very true. Well, that was very good. I like to do a little
that was fun.
Unboxing on this show. Big fun.
I was asking us today, National... I know it was around this day. Hold on.
I think this book has 365 days worth of celebrations. I'm not sure, though. I'm going to say.
Wait.
No, wrong book. I got to find one.
Okay. I was looking up International Cocktail Day. No, World Cocktail Day is May 13th.
May 13th. Okay.
But today might be National Cocktail Day.
I don't know. There's also the National Cocktail, which I might be able to find in here.
I know.
Oh, Wassel. Let's see.
She was asking about national, so. National Cocktail Day.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, that one said May 13th, too. I was reading somewhere that it was this week, so I think you're right, but I'm not sure which. Hi, Aaron. I'm not sure which national, international, etc. cocktail day it is.
You could tell. Some kind of a day.
Lisa says, I remember back in the 70s going to our lake house and Dad made sure we had Spam and eggs. Aww.
The very first time I had Spam, I think it was...
Boston Butt.
Oh, the Boston Butts, yeah. The Boston butt, of course, refers to the barrel that is kept in. The butt is not the butt of the ham.
Oh, Bill says at our supermarket it's usually 50-50 for masks.
Oh. Voluntary?
Oy.
That means that your supermarket management is not policing that well enough, and that's on them. Pardon me?
I got my first dose. Don't kill me. Bless you. My goodness.
Pardon me.
I do have another one I could try. That last one was small. Looking at this one going, am I still interested? I think I am still interested. I'm interested to use the rose petal gin. Will he be back? If any of you have seen Tootsie, will he be back? Oh my gosh, what's that for?
I don't know. They were charged.
I just bought these.
Got our new candles.
I need it. Can you grab me a
shaker?
It's by you now.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
You need a shaker?
I need a shaker.
Sure.
Thank you.
This weight, and you need measures.
That's okay. I can measure it with a jigger.
If you're good with that, then here you go.
Thank you. All right.
I will need something myself. And,
I know. Oh, and we bought cider at the farm store too, so we could bust that out.
Be glad to bust out cider.
So, but I have another classic. I always feel like I need to call them classic cocktails because they're old. But maybe I should just say old cocktails. Old cocktails. Give me another old cocktail. And you'll find out why when I read off what's in this one. Read off what's in this one. This one, I'm saving my place with a bar napkin. This is the Missouri Mule. Mm. I'm not sure what makes it Missouri. If anyone here is from Missouri. I'm not sure what makes that a mule. Please chime in. I know. Huh? No. What? Huh? Okay, it calls for... teaspoon of creme de cassis. 1.5 ounces of gin. Or you can start with the gin. I'm going to start with the gin. Mm-hmm. We're going to start with the Dorothy Parker Rose Petal Gin. By the way, the bookmarker here is, in fact, a napkin from the Pegu Club. R.I.P. I believe that's R.I.P. Yes. Taking the head off to the Pegu Club. We had some nice libations there once. That was one of the pioneers in the contemporary movement. It was a weird night, but we had good drinks. It was. We did. Audrey Saunders, I believe, was one of the movers and shakers behind that place, and she was also behind. What was the other? The joint in Brooklyn was that Clover Club in Brooklyn? I don't remember. I think so. Yeah. All right, so that was 1.5 ounces of gin. Mm-hmm. And that's the creme de cassis, right? Yep, teaspoon of creme de cassis. I am using an actual teaspoon for this. Yep, that's fine. That'll work. And what else? Teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm glad I juiced all that lemon. Shake with cracked ice and strain. So I guess I got to take the block of ice and go beat it up with a mortar because we need cracked ice, you know. You used to have to do that. Today we have something called cubes. So if you ever hear these recipes where you use cracked ice, that's what they're talking about. Although I did figure out today how to buy a bag of ice in the self-checkout aisle at the supermarket. Hey. So who says I'm not learning things during the pandemic? The things that you find out. Now we have a self-checkout aisle. Shake with ice and strain into a small cocktail glass. Oh wait, this has a name. It's the Missouri Mule. Missouri Mule. I don't know why it's the Missouri Mule. But it is. The way you're writing this is not helping me. Here, shot a gin. I will be changing that for tomorrow when I send it to our fabulous patrons on Patreon. I hope this isn't too dusty. I can smell that gin very strongly. All right, let's try it. We have strain into a certain party we've been to where this would be very popular, I think. Really? I think of Tom's place. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you enjoy it. A connoisseur of such things. And by the way, if you're actually hail from Missouri, that's the Missouri Mule. You know, take your pick. Do they really still call it Missouri? Right. Yes. I'm going to add a lemon twist because... Although one person that I know who hails from the state actually, I remember saying, you know, Missouri or Misery. He's like, no, you're right the second time. So it's up to him. Yeah, Bill, I don't know. I think there's no rhyme or reason to it here. Seriously. That's good. Mm-hmm. That's really good. Missouri Mule is good. I don't know why it's Missouri, and I don't know why it's Mule, but it's good. Leonard Nimoy Day in Boston. Oh. Apparently today was, I think, National Chocolate-Covered Raisin Day. I mean, what? I don't know who comes up with this stuff. I suspect, you know, the Peter Paul Candy Company. Why does that have a day? Why does that have a day? Every day is cocktail day. Amen, Julie. Woohoo! I like that spirit, so to speak. Oh, yeah, Laurice's Kitsch-en might know more. That's exactly the kind of thing she would know.
I think Laurice would take that on. How to cure your own meats. You know, how to smoke your own fish. You know, that kind of thing. Who else? Oh. Dorothy Parker. Oh, thank you, baby.
Dorothy Parker. Thank you, BP.
Well, talk to folks who live in the great city on the northeast coast there about their local politicians. And you know what they're going to say? Yeah, a couple of those guys, they're real buttheads, all right, that's for sure. All
right, catching up. Hello, Disney for the win. Good to see you.
What is a Hoosier? Big.
Hello to everyone from the Hoosier State. Yay.
So glad you could join us.
Yes.
And the rose petal is very nice.
So the Missouri Mule is actually really good.
The actual detail on the bottle notes that is great in your classic gin cocktails, or you could just have it over ice. Well, that's cold.
It's nice. You could do that too.
You know, if you do have like 2 ounces of gin over ice, I don't care what gin it is, that's still cold gin time again. But, you know, hey, you know.
Cold gin time again.
We're all no kiss, so that works too. I'm not likely to do that, but then I think of the number of people we know who like dry martinis. Very dry martinis. Extremely dry martinis, like the vermouths in another state martinis. That's 2 ounces of cold gin! So, hey, what the heck, you know? I happen to like them a little less dry than that. But we did try the Parker. We cracked that and gave it a whirl.
Oh, Josh, the rose petal gin is really nice.
Yep. It's got a really nice flavor profile. Yeah, if you don't have access to this at your local, you might be able to order it, and you might not. I don't know.
Depends on your state.
Depends on your dang state. You know what the laws are. The laws locally are strange. We can get stuff someplace, we can't other places. I say cross the line and just pick it up yourself. Do the rum run. Stuff you got to do.
The gin run.
The gin run. I'm telling you, these things. So that was really nice. I decided to make a spacer with a mocktail. That was literally
Peter says we need a Bordeaux day.
Rice.
I'm for that.
Oh, yeah.
Glendora would be for that for sure.
I think the Glendora Hudson Valley wine tour has to happen.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine Glendora doing the wine trail?
I think that's big fun would happen. Big fun would happen.
We're going to need a sponsorship for that. But
I think that'd be an excellent idea.
I think we got to do the Glendora wine trail.
Dorothy Parker.
The Schwangunk wine trail.
Mussolini's only novel. Oh, good grief.
One of the funniest things I've ever read.
The great inflated dictator thought he could write, huh? Yeah. Ugh. Good job.
That's hilarious, though. I want to do the Glendora. It's like, get a limo. And Glendora, we get the tackiest, cheesiest limo possible.
White. Stretch. It's got like...
Definitely stretch.
A couple of television sets, a bar. It's got a...
with all wine. The all wine bar.
Dance floor, bowling alley, you know, that kind of thing. Pretty classy.
A party bus.
Party bus.
Party bus.
Now you're talking.
With a stripper pole.
Yeah, I think that's actually par for the course.
Oh, Peter says Glendora wine trail, count me out. Maybe we should just make this an event.
I think it's a thing.
Oh, Arberson, I love this idea.
Got a gang.
All right. Let's all get vaccinated. And we'll do the Glendora wine trail in the party bus. Stripper pole. It could just be there. People could just use it or not. I've been watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, where they get a party bus with a stripper pole in it. That's why I'm thinking of that. But
I remember that episode. It's pretty hilarious.
If you're not watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, by the way, it's COVID killed it, but there are 4 or 5 seasons available.
At least 4 seasons. The show is...
I love that show so much.
Pretty nuts. It's pretty sick. Yeah. It's pretty sick in...
Use the net playbook. Yes, Doug, you got to come. Yep. Andrea's got to come.
It's...
Make sure her dad comes on to Fred.
Now you're talking.
Fred is always just like on it.
Yeah, I think Sid would be the tour guide. He's there with the microphone. Anyway, you got to sit down because we got to get this thing on the road, eh? Let's go.
Shut up.
I can always channel my bus driver when
I was about to say
elementary school. Was this diminutive fella who was like very ruddy because the blood pressure was too high. You'd get on the bus and the kids would be like making noise. He'd turn around and say, "Shut down!" and bang. Everyone was like, friggin' hilarious, you know? His name was Elmer. Jesus. I
Oh, Dano says we're in on the Glendora Wine Trail event. All right.
Let's go. Make it
Oh,
happen
Josh,
in
yes,
HB,
New
baby.
York. Yes, it's Schwangunk Wine Trail is here in New York. It's local
it's
to us. So
And it's been there for a long time.
hello, Cuddy Wimple Mustard. Cuddy Wimple Mustard. Hello.
Hello, Amby. So nice to have you coming.
Good to see you.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, it's local to us. Believe it or not, it's not all completely dire chain stores around us. We also have a wine trail and a bunch of distilleries.
And a bunch of breweries. So
our glass is half full.
Take your grain and do whatever the hell you want with it. Take your fruit and do whatever the hell you want with it. We've got it. They're all doing it. One of our locals is Warwick, which started out making wine, and then started making cider, and then started making the cordials.
Now they make everything.
Dano is awfully familiar with the Warwick cordials by now. I think he bought out Connecticut of that stuff. But it's because they're good.
The American fruits. They make the American fruits cordials.
And then they decided to start doing the liquor with vodka and gin. Warwick gin, of course, is excellent. And then said, we got to do whiskey. They didn't have capacity. So they find another location, and that's where they do the whiskey and the rye. And they do the maple whiskey. It's really just blown up huge. And their product is so good. So
Glendora Wine Trail. Glendora Wine Trail. Errol is Glendora.
No, she doesn't wine. I think every family does have one, but you just have to kind of determine such things.
I have had people say that. People have said, like, oh my gosh, she just reminds me of people in my family.
Totally. I recognize her so much, seriously.
That's hilarious.
Well, I need to get on with it because...
You do?
Yeah,
you need to get on with it.
Would you please?
Breweries. Yes, we have breweries. We have 2 breweries here in Middletown.
In town.
John.
In town. We did not start out that way.
Yes.
We started out with a brew pub that's run by the mayor. I think it's co-owned by the mayor, actually. And that was the best we had. And it's a good brew pub. Good burger, good brew.
No,
right?
We have 2 respected brew pubs here that we could walk to.
Within 15 years, they've opened up. We've got...
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium is
and
actually...
Clemson Brothers.
Clemson was the first. They pioneered... They opened up in the Star Hacksaw building.
Yep.
Joint used to make saws. And they just had beautiful building, renovated it, and now they make beer. And their varieties they're all over it. They've got all the contemporary styles, and they're top-notch. Excellent. If Michelle is watching, she has actually been to Clemson.
She has.
Very good. And then Equilibrium decided to open up, and they're doing a lot of specialty stuff, like really unique things.
Well, they were about to open. Hi, Devin. Good to see you. And congratulations, you guys. Devin, please drop the link to your book. Devin just published a book.
Hello.
So,
yeah.
Please put the link down.
Throw it down, please. Yep, definitely. Yeah,
People might want your book.
Clemson was just about to open a Biergarten, and they kind of got nipped by this whole business.
Yeah, they were supposed to open it basically when COVID hit. So,
but they are maintaining because they keep selling beer, and they're a popular destination on weekends. People show up to Filter Growler. Because they just do these very specialty beers. Pretty unique, pretty fun place. And Clemson offers food, excellent food. So it's a really great brew pub. I think to myself, if your town is a little Rust Belt, as ours started out with, if it gets a brewery.
Oh, Josh, how far are you from Orange County? Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
I've never organized an event, and I feel like this could really come back to bite me. But I want to do this. I think the Glendora Wine Trail thing would be hilarious.
Big fun coming through.
And we got to get a party bus.
Yep.
So
You've got to do a party bus.
Stripper pole or not.
Stripper pole optional. Let's start this one up with a
what are you making?
Shot of brandy. I happen to like
You're
brandy.
You're making shot of brandy?
Shot of brandy. Ready? Shot of brandy. Glug. There we go. That was easy. No.
What are you making, for reals?
I don't know the name yet. We'll figure it out.
All right. No, that's fine.
There we go.
I'll just call it, I don't know the name yet.
I don't know the name yet.
It wouldn't be the first one tonight. I don't know the name yet.
I got to tell you. I think they've all been on. I don't know the name yet.
Well, no, we have a few. Okay, how much? Okay, that was...
Raynell Brandy. This is a reputable brand. That's like a good middle shelf brand.
There was 1.5 ounces of brandy, 1.5. Correct?
There were a lot of really top shelf brandies, which are great. Cognac, Armagnac, absolutely. But I like something that I can repeat a number of times. And that's actually good. Because if you think, oh, brandy's all over the place, what do I get? The bottom shelf stuff is pretty ordinary. Not so fun.
Oh my gosh, Devin, you're so sweet. Thank you. We will promote the crap out of it.
Please.
Errol's going to publish a book. It's called The Engineer's Guide to Fashion. It only has 1 page. Oh, no.
Shall I make the gag? I'd like some light reading. What do you have?
John, you got to come up when this is all done. We got to...
Oh, yeah.
Rye ale. Do it.
Pale ale remains my favorite American variety because I think that just says it all. A nice red ale. And in the UK, the exact same thing is called bitter. They just call it a bitter.
Oh, Josh, we were...
Fantastic
Okay,
stuff.
we were in Tonawanda.
Never been it. Yeah,
Never
we
admit
were.
it's Buffalo. We were in Tonawanda, and Julianne and Andrew from Cats Like Us took us out in Buffalo. It was nice. I had a great night in Buffalo.
Yep.
It was awesome.
You know, city's very cool. It's also
It
a
was
classic
very cool.
Rust Belt town, which has completely picked itself up and said, "Hey, we got them. They're doing fine." So many places.
So doing this.
So many places around the country are just 100% potential.
It might be the first and last event I ever organized. Well, I mean, we do parties, but I'm thinking an event where people have to show up and
have to schlep and show. Yeah, let's make it happen.
I'm terrified, but
Let's get an event.
but it's
organized.
Glendora. So.
What you need is a good tour guide. Half an ounce of lemon juice.
Okay. You're making this one up, right?
I'm making this one up.
Okay.
You're making this up.
No, I'm just saying that, like, this isn't some recipe I should be looking at.
Not now.
Okay.
Not now.
Oh.
Half ounce. Because it's getting to that time, we happen to have some elderflower.
Okay.
I'm using the Fleur product from
Half
the
ounce?
Kuiper. Half ounce. Yep. So this might veer to the sweet side. I'm going to give it.
Well, no, you added the lemon juice.
I'm going to give it a taste test to see if I need to add more lemon. Let's see here.
I feel like sneezing again. The only thing about spring is I get kind of allergy.
No, that's fine.
E.
Allergy.
Allergy E.
I need some bitters. Now let me see what I got here.
Okay, wait.
I'll try the plum.
Do it.
Also, springy, fruity, that kind of stuff. 2 dashes. Sounds fine. That should add
I think that's gonna be good.
A bit of opposing flavor to this. I have obviously iced up my coupe over here. Jack with ice.
Okay.
I should have added more ice than I had in the glass, but that just meant I shook it harder. So
I am unreasonably excited for the... Oh, Amy, thank you. Amy says I'm in for an event. I'm good at organizing PD. I need help. Amy, let's talk, because I think this could be really fun. And I think it could benefit the wineries around here, which have no doubt been affected by COVID. And...
Seriously. It's going to have to wait until which point.
Oh, John says, my
we can all
favorite
do
is
it.
black IPA, but no one makes them anymore.
Yeah, I have seen them, but I'd have to look around to see if I can get a black IPA. Yeah.
Well,
They're
I was
fun.
thinking, oh,
Yeah, please.
Devin. I'm just reading Devin's post. Hello, Jenlyn. How about hosting something out in the desert? I would love that.
Oh, wow.
I love that idea. I love the desert.
What's the event in the desert involving many people and liquor and things on fire?
I think that would be great.
Oh, wait, that's already been done. That's Burning Man.
Shut up. I think it would be great. But I was saying, oh, Amy, yeah. Let's get together. No, I'm thinking it could benefit everyone. It could benefit the wineries, and it could benefit Glendora, and
Please.
it
Everyone.
would be fun.
Everyone's a winner. Now, this has been made and shook up. You could have this straight up. Give that a try. And it would be perfectly reputable. This is a very nice sour.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Are you looking for another note? Because I think it's good. I have an idea.
That actually has a bunch of flavors. What I'm going to do with this
Oh, I had an idea, but
is top with the cider.
the cider from
Yep.
our local farm store.
This is Orchard Hill Bone Dry, Draft Estate. This is a very dry
Yes,
cider.
let's talk offline, Amy.
And there we go. Give it a really generous splash of the cider. That should mix just fine.
What I was thinking.
Trying that again. Oh, I like that a lot. If I'd had bubbly, I would have used bubbly.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. I was thinking what you could do. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you could add a splash of Pernod to that.
Yeah, you could do that. That wouldn't hurt things. I would probably add that instead of the plum bitters. Because, honestly, it's a similar kind of note. It's a very different flavor. But
I think
it's
the plum is contributing,
same kind of density.
I think the plum is contributing.
No, I'm not saying it isn't. The plum, I'm getting the plum. Very strong. And I think that, like, pound for pound, that's actually a similar density of flavor that takes it in a different direction. So you could have, like, something that's a bit of a fruity flavor or something that's a bit of an anise flavor. And it adds just a little note to that that's nice. Both. We could. Would you like to try that?
Yeah.
All right, so.
Top with a splash of. You got the hiccups.
I've had a lot of bubbles tonight. So let's find. There we go. If this looks like, for the world, like a hot sauce bottle, it is. This is what you do with your anise liqueur, is you get the smallest bottle.
Oh, Peter's asking, can the Velvetones perform on the wine trail?
Oh, I don't know.
Take a bit of juggling, but that could probably happen.
Things could happen.
Yeah.
Things could happen. Take the smallest bottle of your hot sauce, the one that doesn't have an actual, like,
Burning Man or Tiki Man.
Plastic bit. Tiki Man.
Or Peychaud's. Peychaud's would be good too.
The one that just has, like, the narrow opening. Get a tiny funnel and funnel in that much of your Pernod. And then, when you want to add a dash, you just go, boom. So there we go.
All right,
give it a stir.
Let's try it.
And that's about as much as you really
need to
add.
I don't even like Pernod. Like, if you give me a shot of it, I'd be like,
Too much licorice.
Nope.
But yeah, that's the smallest Tabasco sauce bottle. So you buy it, use it up, and you're done, and then save it, clean it out.
I think that is perfect.
That's the perfect dasher. You can buy all sorts of fancy droppers and things.
Perfect.
Whatever, it works fine. But that's the one for me. Yeah, that's actually a really nice note. I'm surprised that you called for that, because you're not a big fan.
I'm surprised that you called for that, because you have no taste.
Because you're not a fan of the anise liqueur. And I understand.
No, I'm not, but...
I understand. You wouldn't take it straight. You wouldn't take it as a dominant flavor in a drink.
Nope.
And, any mixed drink that I ever see which involves Pernod and it's more than just a trickle, it's like, that's all you're going to taste.
Nope. If I see that on a menu, I'm like, hard no. Nope.
Any more than a little bit, and that's all you got. It's very much like Fernet.
Hi, Suze.
Yeah. Hey! Hello from both. Speaking of the desert, speaking of Burning Men, woohoo!
Ed and I have been known to do no shots. Oh my gosh, Fred.
That's what he's so
Yeah, not for everyone. Yeah, no. No, not for me. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Now,
anise liqueur, yes, Devin is perfect for a Halloween-themed cocktail.
Now, those who actually veer towards darker-themed music and perhaps like dark makeup and things like that, you know what I'm talking about, all you gothy types.
Peychaud's and cider are really good together. Well, Josh, I was just thinking, I'm about to finish my drink, and I have some cider to drink.
Maybe I'll try that out?
Dash of Pernod.
I'm thinking at one point, I remember serving a fairly gothic crowd. It was somebody actually at that party had a legitimate bottle of absinthe. And I said, would anybody like to do an absinthe strip? So I just assembled a bunch of them. People were just lined up to try them. I was like, yeah, boom, boom, boom. And people were just like...
This is him getting behind the bar at a party.
Doing the absinthe cocktails, Absinthe, of course, is very high proof. So you do want to dilute it quite a bit. I'm not a really huge fan.
Oh, Dano's happy to set up a party bus. Oh, party bus PA for the Velvetones.
Oh, things are happening.
This has to happen.
Well, here we go. Of such random ideas become...
I have something to live for.
Become great tours.
I have something to live for. Oh my God. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Okay. Yes.
Bing, bing, bing. The great
I got accepted to a class today. I had to audition for a class today.
She did.
And I got called awesome. I'm just saying. Like, you're awesome. And I got in. I got in to be on the waiting list.
Yeah.
This is a very exclusive class, but I got in to be on the waiting list. So this day is making me so happy. I got vaccinated. I got on the waiting list to be in the class, and now this. I
know that sounds like...
All right, I made it thus far through the pandemic. Knock on wood.
I know it sounds like a half victory. I got in I got in to be on the waiting list.
It felt like a victory.
But damn it,
they were awesome. They were awesome.
It's a real thing.
So it felt like a victory.
You know, I know that feeling. The great thing about this guy is that it had fairly potent base, so you can add a little bit more cider, and that's not going to kill anything.
Oh my gosh, Tim says, I've never been on a party bus, but I would so be a go-go dancer for the Velvetones. Oh, I love it.
Here we go, kids.
Yes. Oh.
Thank you.
Paul hosts even when he's not the host. He does.
You know.
Where's the Gila Monster? I don't remember the Gila Monster Jamboree. What is that?
Oh, well. Interesting. Well, you know, sometimes...
Oh my gosh. BP's... Oh, BP got your second shot today. Congratulations. We got our first.
Glad to hear it.
And I'm trying not to be... Oh, we're feeling fine, Devin. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm trying not to be too over the top about it because it was like last week when we weren't eligible, people were posting like, "Yay, me! I got vaccinated!" Like, and I was like, "Yeah." I was bitter, so I'm trying not to be bitter. I'm trying not to be obnoxious.
Don't be bitter about it.
But we did get it, and I just thought I would say it. So
because things open up very quickly.
That's right.
Very quickly. And the fact is, wherever you are...
Good night, Bill.
Hey, night. Dinner on the West Coast. Oh, that's very true. It is dinner time.
Exactly.
Please take care of it. If wherever you are, things are very restricted and very limited and you're waiting...
Disney for the win is saying, will the bus have shag carpet? If I have anything to say about it, it will.
Can we get a Flicati rug in here? You know?
Amy was in a traffic accident on a party bus. Was it on the George Washington Bridge? I'm just asking.
Oh, boy.
Yes, we both got ours.
Yes. We were on a bridge going from St. Louis to Illinois. Actually, that bridge.
Oh, my God. That was... Oh, this is a crazy story.
And traffic... And this is going back... This is when we were driving back across the country from San Diego. And, you know, we get halfway there. We're literally, like, in Missouri. And we're, like, crossing over into Illinois. And we get on that bridge, and traffic slams shut hard. And
then there's all these helicopters circling.
Suddenly, there's all these sirens
and by the way,
helicopters.
No, you left out a crucial detail. Yeah. We were in a rental car. No, it was our car. I take it back. It was our car.
Okay.
And the gas needle was below E.
It was getting very low.
So we're just like, I gotta find the first available gas station, and traffic
suddenly it's police action central, and we're like, what in the hell is going on? And it was like that for literally about an hour, and finally clears up and we move on. In the meantime, like, I think you were driving and I'm scrambling to figure out what the hell is going on my phone. And I figure we finally find out that like some dudes rob a place, jump in their van, and the police like gave chase and cornered them on the bridge. So that's where the blockade was.
Awesome, except we were out of gas and stuck in this traffic.
I'm like, okay, get the hoodlums, will you? But for Pete's sake, we need gas. So like we literally then the next exit, we're like, find me some gasoline if you would, and we got there. So that was the excitement for that night. I'm not going to tell you.
That was nuts.
Absolutely hilarious.
That was nuts. But we did make it. Long story short, we did make it to a gas station, and we made it to a hotel. So.
Can there be an overnighter with room crawl potential? Well,
I love this idea.
I think this could happen. You know,
Glendora is all about doing a crawl room at Ohana, by the way.
You know what it's going to look like.
Exactly.
I don't even have to describe it.
I feel like we got to get Franzia on board to sponsor this
really think we need their help. Oh, please. We kind of make things happen. I like, and I think that like in a small way, I contribute to the games. I never think that Joe needs help with games, but then I bring along Scrabble dice and people are like, can I play?
Hoodlum is one of the best words. Hoodlums.
I love antiquated words like that.
I would like that cider, please. I was going to do this cider and...
Reach behind you.
Oh, but...
Other way.
Burp.
Your hands are going to bite you.
Okay.
There you go. Boom, done.
Now, wait, what was that I was reading? It was on YouTube. Okay, hold on.
Checking it out. Boom.
Peychaud's and cider are really good together. Josh, I'm going to try that right now.
Let's check that sort of thing right now.
Okay.
I'm still enjoying this little item, which was a base.
I gotta find the Peychaud,
which was a really good sour. Happened to use brandy as a base and used the Fleur elderflower liqueur. There are other elderflower liqueurs out there, of course.
Much fancier.
Which are fancier and are well worth your time. They're very good. But De Kuyper actually has a very good product here, so I recommend it. And I think that I've seen there was another one that came.
Easy cheese appetizers on the bus, Dano. Yes, yes.
Anybody who wants to take the easy cheese straight from the can, well, that could happen too.
Maybe each attendee should get their own can of
individual can of easy cheese. In this day and age of like infections, maybe everybody gets an individual can.
Exactly. Your own can of easy cheese and your own packet of crackers.
Crackers. I think we need to talk to Kraft about this. We need 150 cans of easy cheese.
We need Glendora to be like a much bigger influencer, and then Kraft will be all about sponsoring this. Okay, so I did about 5 dashes of the Peychaud's bitters, and I filled with my chilled cider.
Peychaud's, of course, has a very strong anise component, and
it's good.
And it's very red, so that's why you have a pink drink.
It's really good.
Peychaud's is one of the classic bitters dating from, I think, the 1820s. It goes back a long way.
This cider is super dry.
Yep.
As it should be, because it's Orchard Hill bone dry, draft estate, New York apples. New York apples, baby.
Very good. Another local product to us is the Angry Orchard product.
Easy cheese shooters.
I'm
just trying to imagine that. Easy cheese and wine shooters.
Oh my.
Oh God.
Locally made product that's a co-brand with the Boston Beer Company is the Angry Orchard, who does several varieties. Their flagship is very good. They have like I think a green apple, which is very good. But the bone dry that they make,
it's really good.
Is awesome.
Yep.
That's the one. You want a really dry cider. That makes a cocktail really sing. So you can make cider cocktails easily. It's like making beer cocktails, Very happy with that. Your classic cider cocktail. Cider is a classic American drink, very colonial. But your classic cider cocktail is a stone fence. And that's very easy and very good. So.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay, got it. It's been captured for the ages.
It doesn't look like much.
It'll look like more when I.
But if you have a glass of cider and you have some bitters, essentially you've already got a cocktail. So.
Hi, Paula.
Well, hello.
Yay!
Glad you can see us. Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here.
I think you do excellent things with elderflower, and I haven't even seen you do it, but
Paula does excellent things with all liquors. And liqueurs.
She's an extremely skilled person behind the bar.
Aww.
So,
Lisa, thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
Their own box of everyone gets their own box of wine. Their own easy cheese.
Individual size box of wine, like a
the
1
box wine. Oh my God, Bernie, hello.
Hey, miss you too.
Miss you.
We were glad to see you last summer. That was an impromptu stop in a public area.
Oh my gosh.
It was very distant.
It's
and
coming back,
fine,
you guys.
But it was great.
Coming back.
Please. Bourbon and dry.
Oh, bourbon and dry cider. Well, we got bourbon.
Yeah, bourbon and dry cider. Now you get a stone fence. That's your idea right there. If you had bitters, you've got a cocktail. That's a good idea. I haven't tried this yet.
It's good.
Oh, yeah. Very subtle flavor on the bitters, but it's there. It's there. Mm-hmm. And it's very dry. I really like that kind of thing. I mean,
that cider is so dry.
The dry cider really starts becoming like a cava. And that...
Yeah, that's true.
That's a happy thing.
That's true.
I'm not a really big fan of like a sweet champagne or anything. It has its place, cold duck and all that. But I like the dry stuff, your brut. That's a good idea.
Cold duck.
Cold duck.
It sounds so 70s.
Bitters and ginger ale. Brilliant.
Love it. Brilliant. Yes.
Really. Ginger ale, a shot of scotch bitters. That is awesome.
Shot of scotch.
Shot of scotch. I was talking earlier about if you're at an event And event bars are a very specific type of bar. They have all this liquor, they have all of these sodas, and they have no vermouth. They have no bitters. They don't have anything else. And you're like, what am I going to make?
Mixers.
You can make 100 Collinses. That's about it. So, I mean, what are people going to ask for? Oh, can you make a martini? No, I actually don't have vermouth. Oh, okay. Can you make a Manhattan? No, I don't have vermouth.
They must have.
No.
They can make martinis.
No, they don't have it. They can't do this stuff. I've been to these things. They don't have that. But
I'm thinking of like a Broadway show. They'll be able to make you a martini.
Broadway show does typically not have the wine products. They have wine, white wine, red wine, because they're going to be pouring a wine. They're going to be cracking a beer for you. They can get, but they have all this stuff like gin. What do you do with gin and nothing else? Cold gin?
Oh, Lisa's asking, when are you going to film your tiki room? I want to do it tomorrow. I've got a goal.
It should be warm enough. It's getting there. It was warm enough the other day. Today it wasn't. I was still out there. But, we will.
We've done a lot of work.
So look, if all your bar can make is highballs, then go with highballs. My go-to in these cases is, in fact, Scotch and ginger. And if you just say to the cater waiter behind the bar, Scotch and ginger, bang. Yeah, no problem. Got it. I was at an event a few years ago.
I feel like I should be offended by that.
And I was literally at the after party, and I was taking a look at what was available, and it was pretty noisy, and I was like, I can't tell this person what to make. So I wrote it on my phone, 4 ingredients, and I just said, what can you make with this? And she takes a look and said, got it. She was fine. Give them the ingredients. She knows the proportions. She was good.
I feel like I should be offended by cater waiter.
I didn't say actor waiter.
I feel like it should be like mixologist server.
A cater waiter is not a mixologist.
I'm just saying.
If so, would be a bartender.
Jaeger works as an Amaro. You know what? Any port in a storm. I'm for that.
Jaeger is an extremely aromatic infusion. It can work very well as an ingredient. People know it as a really bitter shot. That's a stunt. And that's how it was sold for a long time. But at the end of the day, it's cold medicine. Use it as such. Use a little bit as a flavor ingredient in your drink, and you'll be okay. People who do Jaeger shots, like 5 of them, I mean, that's going to put you to sleep.
Ugh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Plus, the idea of the sweetness just gave me a chill up and down my spine. Like,
it's fairly high proof, so yeah, it's going to put you to sleep.
Oh, I just got a really good idea.
Yeah.
When I'm finished with this, I got a really good idea.
A good mixologist is like a melody. Seriously.
You have no idea how much. It's like a melody.
I would be concerned about copyright violation, except I think that song was written in 1917.
Jaeger is the official shot of ninth wave practices. Oh, I love that.
That's killer.
I love that.
I tell you.
I'm glad to know that.
Jaeger boys. Nobody has actually done a Jaeger room at Ohana yet. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think that.
Pinot Noir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter. Pinot Noir is a good go-to.
And I think that's an oversight because it's an omnipresent thing at bars. You always find a bottle of Jaeger back there. Does anybody use it? Well, we're doing shots, blah, blah, blah. A lot of folks who...
Did you say shats?
I'm doing shots over here. A lot of folks who I've seen, and kicking around this thing, they had their frat boy days. They were in a sorority. They did shots.
They were in a sorority. Whatever.
I'm just talking about the guys and the gals. So some people were in a sorority fraternity. You never know. They might be watching tonight.
You're just like, all these guys were in a sorority. I don't know. The way you said that was
speaking colloquially. And, you did a lot of stunt drinks. In my college days, people used to fill a...
Jaeger room is not a good idea.
Used to fill a plastic bag with high C and grain alcohol.
I agree with you that there's a reason why it's not a good idea. We're getting a lot of thumbs down for a Jaeger room. And I fully support that.
I'm just thinking that somebody could do it
well. I
well.
fully support not doing a Jaeger room is what I mean.
Somebody could do it well. It's not a bottle of Jaeger and a shot glass.
Nope.
I'm just telling you.
Nope.
Sully might do that. That sounds like a Sully room.
Nope.
Sully still has the ultimate room crawl idea.
Jägermeister, official drink of frat bros. Exactly, Josh. Thank you.
Seriously.
Man, not a good idea. So, thumbs down.
We can face the fact that the stuff was essentially originally concocted as a cough syrup. And I've had more than one person say to me, yeah, I had a really bad head cold. I took a shot of that. I felt great. I fell asleep.
One shot.
Yeah, one.
Shot, not shots.
No. Shots is a bad idea. Very aromatic
Shots
stuff.
just makes me think of Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, Shots Brewery.
We're gonna do it.
Because at the end of the day, that would be like doing Shot de Fernet. And that's really not a good idea.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Little Fernet makes a good thing.
Jaeger and Shen makes a reasonable cocktail when the real vermouth has been open since the Reagan era.
Oh!
No.
Oh!
I'm sure that happens too. I am positive it happens.
I think I've seen that in person.
Okay, and Devin's asking you a legit question. Random question, but when the Velveteen Lounge is entertaining, is there any signature bar food snacks that you like to serve?
Certainly.
Okay, the easiest thing ever
in the world to do
that I like to do is open a can of black beans, drain and rinse. Open a can of corn, drain and rinse. Mix them together. Toss in a little bit of lime juice. Stir it all up. Add some salt. And then serve it with chips. It's really good. It's like the easiest salsa ever. It's great.
And you can get those cup chips. What do they call them?
Yeah, the scoops chips. And one spam sliders.
Fill the scoops.
Paula's saying spam sliders. Yeah, spam. If you eat meat, cut it up, put it on the grill. You don't have to do anything to it. No marinating, no rubs, nothing. Just put it on the grill and serve it with some slider buns. It's really good.
Grill it until it's a little crispy. Done.
Oh, we have Underberg. Oh, John is saying, speaking of licorice-based booze, has anyone tried Underberg? We have Underberg
Bitters.
Yep. Is that what you mean?
That's it.
All right, well, I haven't tried it, but I will.
I have. And
scoops, yes, scoops.
Undoubtedly, there's anise in here, but it is not the dominant flavor. The dominant flavor is gentian, just like any bitters. This actually tastes like taking a shot of Angostura. It's a digestive.
Oh, Devin. The worst shot I've ever done is called a dragon's blood. It's half tequila, half whiskey, and 3 dashes of hot sauce. Oh, no. Oh, that sounds bad.
That is ill-conceived, and I could improve that in about 10 seconds.
Yikes.
That's not good.
Oh, God.
No, that's just... A lot of bar shots are like that. They're just stupid. You see bar shots with really provocative X-rated titles, and I'm like, it's terrible. Why would you do that? And some of them are really classic, and you're like, oh, yeah, I should do this in college. I'm like, oh,
no.
Why?
Stop.
Oh, man.
You're not in college anymore. Stop it.
College years, I just drank beer. It was easy. It was not a problem.
I drank wine coolers, but...
When you look at the kind of crap that people were serving for liquor in those days...
Oh, no.
Glad I didn't bother with it. Button.
Right, so what do we...
Blind ticker. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, Underberg is actually a digestive. Like, you would take this entire bottle after a heavy meal and slug it. You would take this down as a shot. It's kind of nice. I like it. It is
I
very
can't
bitter.
read these comments out loud. They've officially become X-rated, but please read the comments because they're hilarious.
All right, so Sex on the Beach is actually an entire drink, not a shot.
Please read the comments.
I wouldn't exactly call it Sex on the Beach. There is the orgasm. There's a flaming orgasm.
No, you're going to land us in Facebook jail.
There's the things involving slow gin. There's the screwdriver, which turns into the slow screwdriver, which turns into the slow, comfortable screw up the wall.
Stop it! We're going to end up in Facebook jail.
Which is a shot, and I think
not that I'm offended, but
no,
I'm not offended.
We're all
but
adults
we'll
here.
end up in Facebook jail. So
if any teenagers are watching, hey, big thrill! You're watching a bunch of old folks talk about drinks. Big deal. The fact is that I look at something called slow, comfortable.
By the way, I don't identify as an old person. I'm just saying.
Yeah, hilarious. And I say that's very funny, but it's not a good shot. So
Ed and I've done shots of Underberg after having. Okay, we gotta do that. Like, did you bring that out?
Well,
Underberg.
Oh, just right there. We have 2 more of them. It comes in a 3-pack. It's a classic digestive bitter.
I don't identify as an old person. I'm just saying.
Now, personally, I would like to take, as a digestive, I like to take a shot of something really astringent.
Have we tried this?
Like Malort. I would probably take a shot of that.
What happened to the other bottle?
I drank it.
When?
The other day.
What? Which other day?
I had a heavy meal.
He's messing with me.
No, I drank it. It's gone.
Which other day?
Oh, about 4 days ago.
No.
You gonna try this? Shall we?
Yeah.
Commonly available in many places. It has to be a place that actually will sell alcohol because this is probably about...
I'm trying the Underberg.
Easily 80 proof.
I'm probably opening it wrong, but...
Let's see, 44. Oh, it's 88 proof. Wow, this is pretty heavy.
All right.
And yeah, your major flavors in here are gentian.
I'm not going to shoot it, by the way.
And various herbs. We'll give that a try.
Yeah. Devin, I'm not a big shots girl either. Paul says me either, Kelly.
No.
Oh. Fernet is your go-to, Doug? Really?
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
You know what? No shade.
Power to you.
Yeah, if you like that.
Hey, you know, the magic ingredient in the Ohana grog. Are you ready? Fernet. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
I'm not shooting it.
No.
You only opened this the other day?
Yeah, I just opened the box because I felt like something digestive, and I said, well, we've had this for a while. Let's try it out. I like it.
I'm scared smelling it.
Mm-hmm. It's the consistency and the strength of Angostura.
You know what? Sipping it just a little bit, it's really pretty good.
Yeah.
You want to take just a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I would shoot it. Oh,
yeah,
John.
Are you talking licorice? I'm not.
Wait, you would shoot this, John? What?
I'm not getting a heavy anise hit off of this. I'm getting a heavy gentian hit off of this. Yeah, definitely. That's a classic bitter. That's right in the category of Angostura. And I've seen drinks which involve something like half an ounce of Angostura. That's a lot.
It's, you know what? I'm enjoying it. Like, I would never shoot this, but... Yeah.
You probably want to sip it. You want that to go down gradually to
sort of... it's good if you're
prep the stomach after a heavy meal. And the fact is that your body recognizes the bitter stuff as poison and wants to get rid of it. So that actually processes things faster. Yeah. That's the idea. That's what's behind that.
I like it as a sipper. Mm-hmm. Man. Oh, Malort. We haven't had Malort. Have we had Malort?
Yes.
Okay, we have had Malort. All right.
Somebody at one point really should have whipped out a bottle at Ohana and hasn't yet. Somebody needs to do the Malort room because we have plenty of correspondents from the Midwest who are very familiar with the product and really should bring it in. But we had it when we actually did a shoot at Porco.
Porco in Cleveland.
Cleveland, baby. Bang.
That was really fun. And Porco has the Wall of Pain.
And boy, did he... Oh, I love the man.
We did do the Wall of Pain.
We showed up to do the shoot, and he actually gave us the preview of the place in the afternoon, and we shot a lot of video.
Just amazing.
It's very cool. Because he's incorporated so many things from local places that had clothes.
Amazing.
He's got the doors from, one of the places. He's got the decor from others.
I love it. Tiki King says, Underberg, I buy it by the case. I love that everyone is into this.
I take that as a compliment. Yep. So he actually, among other things, decided to put together the whole display of the most bitter things he could find. And one of them was Malort, and he simply calls this the Wall of Pain. And he asked us if we'd like to take the tour of pain. So we said, oh yeah, sure. So he feeds us this stuff, and we take half a shot of the Malort, and I'm like, yeah, that's not the bitterest thing I've ever had. And he was a little impressed by that. And I gotta say, it's pretty bitter goddamn stuff. It's really heavy.
Well, they kept bringing out things that are more and more bitter. I'm like, I love it. Yeah, keep bringing it.
But the reason why we didn't think that was the bitterest thing we'd ever had was because...
This Sfumato?
That's to your right. Would you like to retrieve that?
Why not?
Because we'd already had the bitterest thing I've ever had. And the simple fact is, I think that at the point where we purchased this was advertised as a long bitter finish. Sfumato is made by Cappelletti.
Long bitter finish.
Long bitter.
That's a good band name. The long bitter finish.
Didn't they open up the replacement on their last tour? I'm just thinking. Rhubarbaro refers to rhubarb. That's one of the flavors in here. Sfumato refers to smoked. So there's a smoky component. There's a rhubarb component. So it's already like bitter.
I'm good. I like that. I like it.
Cappelletti makes a really excellent
I've already tried it
on its own, as it is. And then they decided to come out with the Amaro Sfumato. Now, you look, this is very low. We've had a lot of this so far, but not a lot at a time. This is a really heavy bit. And I'm really glad to actually take this again because, you know, you can really take this like a woman. Take this like a man. I mean, just once.
Doug says I was Amy's first molar. Hold on, I gotta...
44%, yes.
Hold on.
Yeah, 88 proof. That's pretty high.
Oh my God, the comments are like, oh God, yeah. I can't keep up.
So if anybody has not actually had the Sfumato, I think by the time you see me next, I will buy a new bottle of it because we're very low. Gotta prep the
Still
stomach.
love it. I love this stuff, man.
But I gotta say,
you gotta pour you another one because that. Oh, you poured one. Okay.
I poured one.
I enjoy it.
On the nose, heavy smoke.
I like it. It's bitter, and I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
Okay, very heavy smoke on the nose. You're thinking, whoa, this is going to be kind of like crazy, and it's so dense looking, and it looks like just a bottle of Angostura. Yeah, it does. So you take a sip of this stuff.
Daniel says, I received a small bottle of Malort for Christmas to drink during a cocktail meetup. Not doing that again. Oh, no. Oh man.
Yeah. Malort, as far as I can tell, is not a drink. It is a dare shot when you happen to accidentally walk in a biker bar. And they say, oh, you want a drink? You want a beer? Got to do a shot of this stuff first. And if you're woman enough, they'll say, oh, okay, I'll give you a beer.
Josh is saying it sounds like a great replacement for Campari. Do you know what is a great replacement for Campari? Do we have the Cappelletti? Cappelletti.
Yeah.
If you can't get Campari, which one of our local liquor stores had a COVID shortage of Campari, there's something called Cappelletti.
Cappelletti.
Which is good.
Happens to make the Sfumato. Yep.
Yeah, it's the same company.
Same company.
Yeah. Do we still have any Cappelletti?
We killed that a long time ago.
Okay.
It's a really good Amaro.
It's a good replacement.
And Amari have actually, they've been around forever. And in Italy, this is not a big deal.
Barbaro
Everybody knows about this.
It's a very distinct flavor. But the Cappelletti, if you can get it.
Really, really nice.
Do it.
Flavor profile. If you're thinking, though, who else fits into this category? Well, I'm looking over there. We have an Aperol, also made by...
Which is also made by Campari America. Like Campari.
Carpano Antica is an Amaro. And that, of course, is a really great
honestly,
ingredient.
Josh, I'm not sure how that would be in the jungle. I'm just being really straight with you. Like, it's a different flavor.
Not sure I would do this.
Yeah.
But I would try it. I would try it once. This is going to add a lot.
It might be good. It wouldn't be the same. It would not be the same.
It's going to add different flavors that you're not expecting, like smoke.
Yeah. Yes. Smoky.
So, thinking about it.
But if you could get Cappelletti, I'm just thinking, we placed a liquor order recently, and the store, which was like a very mainstream store, was out of Campari. I'm like, what?
How is that possible?
But if your store is ever out of Campari and you see Cappelletti, get it. It's a good substitute.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, Aperol Spritz is a great pool drink. Yes.
I think that's the sort of thing that should be served by the Paradise at Ohana poolside. They'd have like correct little plastic cups that you could serve a spritz in, with like an Aperol Spritz. Yes. And everybody would love it. And it's a little light. It's not so heavy. It's a little digestive. So if it's a morning after drink, you're going to calm down a bit.
Well, he says Malort is
Malort is heavy.
Malort is very heavy.
Oh, it's really, really heavy.
Yes.
But Anyway, some fantastic things this evening. Do you think?
I think he's signaling me that it's time to go.
And we've had some extremely bitter things this evening. But you know what?
Oh my God, we've been live for almost 2 hours.
I'm like, it's about that time.
Time flies when you're having fun.
We're not here to be bitter. We're here to drink bitter. We tried it. We tried it for the first time in a while. And we will try other things. There are things out there that are advertised as even more bitter than this, like a really, really long, lingering finish. And they're fun.
That sounds hilarious.
And they're fun. And I tell you, if you really do not have the taste for bitter, you will regret it. But if you're okay with it, they're very satisfying. And they do have that purpose.
Devin.
They have that purpose.
Devin, please drop the link to your book.
Drop it in. Glad to see it. All of you creators, you make an album. You made a spoken word thing. You did a book. You did a painting. Drop it on us.
Yes.
This is part of what this is here for.
I can't believe we've been live for almost 2 hours. I'm like, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But yeah, anyway.
It comes easy to us, but we just make it look that way.
Or
The simple fact is
I'm not sure I'd make it look that easy.
A lot of preparation goes into these sort of things. And we try everything.
Oh, thank you, Abra, for reminding me that it was National Cocktail Day.
Much appreciated. You never know. The poolside bev. Oh, yeah. We always do. And then there's that little factor. By Sunday, when a lot of the crowd has moved on because they got to get back home, there's the after party crowd.
Oh, we'll be staying.
Which is there like through Sunday and into Monday. And some people stay even further.
Good night, Josh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And that crowd is like, well, it's still sunny, and they assemble by the pool. And there's a whole pool, crowd down there by the all of the patios.
Yeah!
And then we can know they can. And there's a crowd that assembles by the pool. And I just get on a float. I'm in the pool. And then somebody says, "Oh, we have."
Thank you, Devin. Devin dropped the link to her book on Facebook, so please
check it out.
Check out Devin's book.
Check it out.
All you readers.
Yeah. On the host tour. I love how at Ohana, of course, there's always the bowl drinks from the auction.
Glendora's wine tour. This has to happen.
Yeah.
I'm thinking before Ohana, it'll be a good Ohana warm up.
We could put this together.
We need a party bus and some open wineries.
One of our correspondents was very happy to sort of give some tips. Let's talk offline. Amy, yes. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no, I'm not joking. I'm not drunk. We should do this because I love this idea.
I can't say that I have those organizing skills, but we'll make it happen. It's not that hard. Not that hard.
I'm not an event organizer yet.
Yeah, but time happens.
Yet. But I think this will be really fun.
I'm just thinking about all those times on Sunday at Ohana where, the Paradise says, "Oh, well, you're cut off," and then somebody whips out the rest of the bowl drink from the day before, and it's like, "We're gonna keep going." That's the kind of crowd.
Oh, Amy, I get it.
I know. You need to have the party bus to drive people there, so they can get them home.
Yeah, we won't do it the weekend of Ohana. No. We'll do this some weekend before.
We're not competition for Ohana. That is a legend of its own.
No. We just gotta do the wine trail, and we gotta figure out when places are opening. And man, I'm tired just thinking about it. But we gotta do research.
We'll figure it out. Yeah,
You're a big researcher.
I'm good with that. Let's find out how things happen.
Right.
Let's see. Anyway. But, as usual, thank you so much for being with us here tonight for a few springy type drinks.
Why is my power low?
You're plugged in.
My phone is plugged in.
How did it happen? How did it happen? How did he do it? I don't know.
I dropped my phone today. That might have something to do with it.
Shucks.
Anyway.
But we've had several interesting little spring drinks. Some of them kind of classics. Some of them we just invented ourselves. I throw a mocktail on you that is very simple and good. It's a good way to keep going. And as always, we will see you Friday for a regular episode. We'll see you sometime on the weekend for a new Glendora up on the IGTV.
And YouTube.
And YouTube, of course. Many, many venues. Any questions, drop them on us. Next Wednesday, we'll be live again with question mark. Haven't determined it yet. We'll get there.
Question mark.
We'll let you know. watch your socials. The socials are not serving up all the information to you these days. You want to like get Facebook to tell you what's going on with us? You have to go looking for us. So please do, because that's just the name of the game these days. We can't actually force that to happen so that you get informed.
I'm trying to reply to comments.
And it's kind of a drag, because I want you all to know what's happening with us so that you can tune in.
Hold on, I'm just replying to comments.
It's the reality these days.
Oh, your comments make me so happy. Thank you.
Please, I'm missing some of these, but I'm seeing all sorts of. Oh yeah. Could we get just a driver who is paid? Yeah. Designated is a volunteer role. We'll just pay somebody.
Now we'll hire a driver.
It's like a tiki tour. Just pay the driver.
We're just gonna hire a driver. That's a no-brainer.
I remember the last.
We'll put all of our money toward hiring a driver.
Last tiki tour that we did, where like they'd hired the bus driver. He was fun. He was ready for it.
No one's driving this bus that we know.
And he was used to really boring tours, so like this crowd's lights up, and he's like,
"We'll tip this driver well."
Hello,
We'll tip this driver well, and they will be happy that they.
He was having a good time, but as always, it will not take long, and you'll be there in no time. But we will see you